Imagine forbidden glimpses into the unknown. Deep ocean trenches glow with alien light. Sea monsters no human should see. Cosmic glitches that break reality. Things humans were never meant to see uncovers these mind-blowing secrets nature tried to hide from us forever. 103. Whoa! This is a tide fire or lichen worm colony, a cool sea creature. It has a bright orange top shell that keeps it from drying out at low tide and helps it hide. 102. The main goal of this blast is to quickly move huge amounts of dirt to reach the minerals buried below. 101. Geyser-like blasts of natural gas and water erupted at Indian Hills Golf Course in Lambton Shores, Ontario, Canada.
And it smells like propane.
The intense gas pressure shot mud and water high into the air, prompting local authorities to declare a state of emergency. 100. A tarantula molts by shedding its old exoskeleton to grow larger. During this process, it is very vulnerable and often flips onto its back to escape the skin. After molting, the spider remains soft for a while and cannot eat until its new exoskeleton hardens. 99. Kilauea volcano on Hawaii's Big Island is erupting right now inside the Halemaumau crater. It is in full action, with massive lava fountains shooting from two main vents, one north and one south. The fountains tower more than 1,300 feet, which is about 400 meters high. The eruption has produced significant tephra, volcanic rock fragments, and ash. Fragments up to 5 inches in diameter have been reported in nearby residential areas like Volcano Village and on Highway 11. 98.
We have liftoff.
The SpaceX Starship is a fully reusable rocket that carries people and cargo to Earth's orbit, the Moon, Mars, and beyond. It is now in test flights, with recent ones checking its reusable design and splashdown landings. 97. Unlike most glaciers around the world that are shrinking, the Perito Moreno Glacier stays in balance. This one-of-a-kind natural wonder in Los Glaciares National Park keeps moving steadily and often drops huge chunks of ice into the water. 96. Sand bubbler crabs eat by filtering sand to capture organic bits. They leave behind neat sand pellets arranged in cool patterns around their burrows. 95. This is a massive pumpkin. These giants come from a type of squash called Cucurbita maxima. The biggest ones on record weigh over 2,800 pounds. That is more than 1,270 kilograms. They are grown mainly for competitions and shows. 94. This drawing depicts a black hole, a massive one with gravity so powerful that nothing, not even light, can escape it. Astronomers use images like this to illustrate their discoveries, such as medium-sized wandering black holes. 93. This is a hunting blind, often called a see-through or invisibility blind. It is a portable tent that hides hunters in various hunting situations.
这个在营地里露营的时候，你在里边拉个屎，会是什么场景？
92. Lightning is a massive burst of electricity between clouds and the ground. It poses a serious danger to people nearby, especially those in or on the water. 91. This video shows heavy snow falling over the open ocean. Snow like this is rare because ocean water is usually too warm for it to stick. The scene feels beautiful yet lonely and scary, much like what old sailors faced in harsh storms. 90. A colorful blue ribbon eel glides over a coral reef. These eels feature long, thin bodies and striking bright colors. They often shift to electric blue and vivid yellow as they mature. 89. The Brahma rooster, known as the king of all poultry, is a breed from the 1800s. Brahma hens weigh 8 to 10 pounds, but roosters grow much bigger. That's why this one went viral on social media. 88. A stunning moment at Argentina's majestic Perito Moreno Glacier, one of the world's few advancing glaciers. Its towering blue ice cliffs are famous for dramatically breaking off into Lake Argentino. They create incredible shows of crashing ice and splashing water. 87. An elephant shows its huge strength by knocking down a big tree. African elephants are the strongest land animals. They use their trunks and bodies to push over trees weighing more than 1,000 kilograms. They do this to clear paths in the wild. 86. A snail munches on a carrot while hanging upside down, likely in an aquarium. Snails may look basic, but they have a clever feeding system that lets them eat all kinds of plants. 85. A glowing lagoon where the water shines bright blue at night. When a boat's wake or a swimmer's hand stirs it, the water lights up like stars. 84. The kiwi is New Zealand's national icon. People there often call themselves Kiwis too. These birds use their strong sense of smell to hunt for food like worms and insects on the ground. 83. At low tide, countless tiny sand bubbler crabs emerge from the sand to feed. They only do this during low tide. High tide then washes away their sand balls and sends them back into their burrows. 82. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge in Japan ranks among the world's largest rigid-frame bridges. People call it the roller coaster bridge due to its steep, dramatic curves. 81. A bright meteor fireball lit up the night sky over Cairns Airport in Queensland, Australia. About half a meter to 1 meter wide, it exploded with a loud boom that people in nearby towns heard. 80. A fire whirl, often called a fire tornado, is a rare event. It forms when extreme heat mixes with swirling winds to create a spinning column of flames. These occur during large wildfires. They make firefighting extremely dangerous by hurling burning debris far away and shifting direction quickly. 79. This explores ship launching techniques that create massive waves. Discover the spectacular ways huge ships hit the sea. 78. The clam sticks out its foot, which people often mistake for a tongue, onto a surface. Here, that surface is probably salt on a table. This type can live an incredibly long time. One famous specimen was proven to be over 200 years old. 77. A full circle rainbow, viewed from above like from a plane or helicopter. It forms when sunlight passes through tiny water droplets in the air. 76. A thermal shadow experiment reveals how intense radiation burns a shadow-like mark into surfaces. This demonstrates that thermal radiation behaves like light and gets blocked by solid objects. 75. The amazing glow of bioluminescence comes from tiny sea creatures like plankton or algae that produce their own light, often in the ocean. 74. This fungus is called King Alfred's cake. It looks like hard, dark, round lumps that resemble burnt cakes. They usually grow on dead or dying hardwood trees, especially ash trees. 73. The kayaker paddles through the powerful Class 5 rapids of Patoka Gorge. 72. A rare lenticular cloud appeared over Bursa, Turkey. It resembles a UFO because air rushing over the mountains creates a steady wave in the sky. The bright orange glow comes from sunlight hitting it at sunrise or sunset. 71. The horse loves running free on the open beach. These scenes often feature fast, beautiful breeds like Arabians or Akaltekes. 70. Dive into breathtaking turquoise waves that sparkle like jewels under crystal clear skies. 69.
Guys, I'm taking this live.
This rare weather event looks like heavy rain pouring in just one spot, but it's not real localized rain. It's actually a burst water main or geyser spraying upward. 68. This video usually shows workers clearing huge piles of packed dirt from home or factory pipes. 67. A short-beaked echidna, a unique Australian mammal, explores its surroundings. Echidnas are monotremes, one of only 5 mammal species worldwide that lay eggs. 66. This process is called fractal wood burning, or Lichtenberg figure creation. When you touch the probes to the wood, electricity flows through the damp material. It follows the path of least resistance and burns dark lines into the wood. 65. A stunning moment unfolds on the Baltoro Glacier in Pakistan's Gilgit-Baltistan region. This massive glacier serves as the main path for trekkers heading to K2 Base Camp, home to the world's second highest peak. 64. Pesquet's parrot, also called the Dracula parrot, has a gothic look with its black and crimson feathers. Unlike most parrots, it features a bare, featherless face like a vulture's. 63. These large, jelly-like sea creatures are called jellyfish. They live in oceans everywhere. Scientists find them hard to study in the wild because they are so delicate. 62.
Dude, check out how fair this ice is.
Exceptionally clear ice in Alaska. Ice screws like this one create secure anchor points for ice climbing. 61. Glaciers naturally break apart as part of their life cycle. Climate change, including global warming, now causes more collapses. This video captures the front wall of a glacier crumbling in Laguna San Rafael National Park. '60. The blue whale is the biggest animal that has ever lived on Earth. It can grow almost 100 feet long and weigh up to 200 tons. Its heart is as big as a small car. 59. A koi fish is a type of common carp with unique markings on its head that resemble a human face. These rare sightings occur when the fish's colors and patterns unintentionally form human-like features. 58. This shows an underwater nuclear blast. It captures a key moment from history, likely a 1958 atomic test in the Marshall Islands. Watch the huge rush of water shooting up. 57. This video ranks how animals look when wet, featuring a fun hamster moment. Hamsters make great pets. Handle them gently and keep their space quiet during the day. 56. Mount Etna, Europe's most active volcano in Sicily, Italy, shows a dramatic moment of flowing lava. It is a top tourist spot, but officials often close the summit during eruptions. They do this to protect people from dangerous pyroclastic flows and sudden blasts. 55. This is a frizzle Polish chicken, which is known for its unique curly feathers. The frizzled gene causes the feather shafts to curl outward instead of lying flat. 54. This is a scallop, a bivalve mollusk that swims by propelling itself through the water. These sea creatures live on the ocean floor. They use their swimming ability to escape danger and find new feeding spots. 53. A huge school of sardines, likely the famous sardine run in Moalboal, Philippines, moves together perfectly. Millions of them form tight, spinning groups called bait balls or tornadoes. This keeps them safe from predators. 52.
Whoa, my fingers are glowing.
Oh my god!
Bioluminescence is a natural glow produced by living organisms. Tiny sea plankton, such as dinoflagellates, often create it. They shine brighter when water disturbs them, using the light as a defense mechanism. 51. A phone exploded while charging in a child's hands. This highlights the risks of using devices while they charge. 50. A mud volcano spews thick, bubbling mud instead of hot lava. These natural formations occur when underground gases like methane build up pressure and erupt. Azerbaijan, known as the land of mud volcanoes, hosts nearly half of the world's total. 49. Hoof fungus, also called tinder fungus, grows on tree trunks. It attacks deciduous trees and causes white rot. 47. A cool art display in New York City's Times Square uses many yellow taxi cabs arranged to look just like the famous ghost face mask from the Scream horror movies. 46. A huge flock of birds swarms around a tiny boat. You see this all the time in places like Dandong, China, or Yamuna Ghat in Delhi, where people boat right through the flock. 45. The Kambarata 2 explosion was a massive, controlled blast designed to aid construction of a dam and power plant. Before and during the event, experts closely monitored ground movement and seismic activity to assess its impact on nearby hillsides. 44. In a wild moment off Taiwan, thousands of sardines leaped from the water and landed right on a fishing boat. The sea looked like it was boiling as the fish desperately tried to flee their predators. 43. A massive sinkhole suddenly opened at a busy intersection in Shanghai, China, due to a groundwater leak from nearby digging for the Jiamen metro line. Luckily, no one was hurt. 42. A massive earthquake and tsunami struck Japan. The powerful 8.8 magnitude quake hit hard. It killed people and caused huge damage in the capital area. 41. A massive storm wave slams into the port of Catania in Sicily, Italy. The huge wave came from Cyclone Harry, which battered the Mediterranean with wild weather. 40. These disasters usually begin with heavy rain, sudden cloudbursts, or fast melting spring snow. They transform mountainsides into raging rivers of rocks and mud. 39. Snow falls heavily across a snowy mountain region, likely in Austria. A quiet rural road runs alongside a dark fence with fresh snow blanketing the ground. Thick flakes cover everything, including the distant mountains in the background. 38.
3 y 4 tormentas.
The tall columns of falling rain are called rain shafts. When cold air blasts down hard and spreads out with them, it creates a wet microburst. These pack winds over 100 miles per hour, like a tornado. 37. A short-lived tornado struck Pelotas in Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil, devastating the Fragata neighborhood. Luckily, no one died or suffered serious injuries. 36. This amazing video captures a massive meltwater flood slamming into Yambulatovo village in Chuvashia, Russia. Warm temperatures rapidly melted the thick winter snow across nearby fields. Since the village sits in a low-lying area, the rushing water transformed into a swift river, making it look like the ground itself was moving. 35. A surreal sight in Louisiana's swamp at Lake Foss Point State Park. Trees frozen solid from rare cold temperatures. Thick ice coats the trunks and branches, with icy Spanish moss dangling like frozen curtains. The swamp water looks dark and murky, as always. 34.
Oh, there goes the umbrella! Oh,
A massive hailstorm slammed a home in York County, South Carolina. Strong winds mixed with the huge hail chunks wrecked houses, fences, and cars. This was part of a larger storm system that brought high winds and flash floods across the region.
Yard, it's covered in hail!
33.
The fuck is that?
This is likely a giant smoke ring in the sky, known as a vortex ring. It forms when smoke or polluted air bursts rapidly through a round opening, such as from factory chimneys, fireworks, explosion displays, or damaged transformers.
What is that?
32. A stunning natural wonder known as a starling murmuration. These birds flock together in huge groups, mostly for safety, so predators like falcons can't easily single out just one. 31. A Japanese-style garden features a carefully designed landscape. The surrounding area boasts neatly trimmed grass, trees, and shrubs that create a peaceful, natural look. 30. A rainbow forms when sunlight passes through raindrops in the air, bends, bounces, and spreads into its colors. 29. The Crooked Forest in Poland is a spooky grove with about 400 weird pine trees. Each one bends sharply at the bottom into a perfect J shape, then shoots straight up. No one knows why, but ideas point to people shaping them for furniture, heavy snow pushing them over, or strange gravity pulls. 28. Blood Falls is an amazing natural wonder on Antarctica's Taylor Glacier. It forms when super salty, iron-rich water trapped under the ice for millions of years leaks out. When this hidden water hits oxygen in the air, the iron rusts and turns the water blood red. 27. This gray oyster mushroom grow. Kit from Nakros Garden is perfect for growing mushrooms indoors. It comes with a ready-to-go substrate block that is already colonized and set to produce mushrooms. 26. These events, sometimes called lawn blisters, occur after heavy rain when water gets trapped between the grass and hard soil or a barrier underneath.
Oh.
25. A moose races across shallow water. These big animals are great swimmers. They can hit speeds up to 6 miles per hour. They even dive as deep as 18 feet to munch on plants underwater. 24. A huge swarm of insects, probably desert locusts, covers a building or plants under a bright blue sky. These swarms can destroy crops and threaten food supplies. Just 1 square kilometer of them eats enough food to feed 35,000 people in a single day. 23. The tallest animal on land, caught in a super close-up. Giraffes have amazing long tongues that grab things. They stretch up to 20 inches. 22. Frost flowers are a rare weather event. They are delicate ice crystals that grow on newly frozen ice. Wind easily breaks them, so they do not last long. 21. The northern lights, or aurora borealis, light up the night sky. 20. A huge dolphin stampede or megapod, a rare sight off California's coast. Experts say these groups can have 5,000 to over 100,000 dolphins. 19. A thrilling moment captured on camera. Part of Chile's O'Higgins Glacier in Patagonia suddenly breaks off, right as people film it from their personal watercraft. 18. A first-generation Mazda MX 5 Miata covered in colorful Christmas lights. The MX-5 Miata is one of the most raced cars in the world. 17. A huge haboob, a giant wall of dust and sand, sweeps across Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport in Arizona. It happens in dry areas when a thunderstorm pushes air down and forward, shoving a massive dust wall in front. 16. This is a massive school of fish, likely carp, in a fish farm. They crowd into open water spots, surfacing to gulp oxygen. 15. A massive avalanche struck the North Annapurna region in Nepal. Tons of snow and ice roared down the mountain toward a base camp. The area is notorious for avalanche risks, highlighting the dangers of climbing and trekking in the Himalayas. 14. A massive avalanche struck Nepal's North Annapurna region. Tons of snow and ice roared down the mountain toward a base camp. The area is notorious for avalanche risks, which highlight the dangers of climbing and trekking in the Himalayas. 13. A family of swans glides gracefully across a partly frozen lake. This appears to be a mute swan with its young cygnets. Swans love hanging out in groups, but they can get feisty with other animals or intruders. 12.
Olha essa parte.
Someone discovered a massive crystal embedded in rock or dirt. It looks just like amethyst or quartz. Amethyst boasts a deep purple hue and can fetch a high price depending on its size and quality. These crystals often hide in volcanic rocks and can be hundreds of years old. 11. A baby whale got stuck on rocks near the shore, but rescuers safely saved it. 10. A SpaceX rocket was heading to the International Space Station with supplies, but it exploded right after launch. The problem likely stemmed from excessive pressure in the liquid oxygen tank. 9. A family gets blasted into the sea by a plane's powerful jet engines during takeoff at Skiathos Airport. Even with clear warning signs about the deadly jet blast danger, crowds still flock to this spot just to watch planes roar off. 8. A key moment in SpaceX Starship's re-entry, its belly flop maneuver. 7. It's a safe, planned explosion used to break up rocks. This method plays a key role in mining and construction, especially for big projects like phosphate mining in places such as Jordan. 6. Watch the U.S. Air Force Reserve hurricane hunters fly straight into the eye of Hurricane Melissa. This creates the famous stadium effect, where the eye wall's clouds curve outward as they rise and form a shape just like a sports stadium. 5. scary moment unfolds when a massive billfish leaps onto a fishing boat's deck. This happens mid-battle with these powerful fish, putting the crew in real danger. 4. Dolphins often leap from the water near Florida bridges, a common coastal sight. They love jumping in boat wakes or by structures. 3. The elephant's foot is a super radioactive blob of corium from the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster. It is a hardened mix of melted nuclear fuel, concrete, sand, and metal from the reactor meltdown. When found, it was one of Earth's deadliest objects, emitting radiation that could kill in minutes. 2. Parrots have a special tongue that is thick, strong, and highly flexible. Unlike some birds whose tongues are built just for eating, parrots use theirs to handle food and make sounds. 1. This digital artwork depicts a monstrous creature inspired by a skolkodon, the fossilized jaw of an ancient sea worm.